Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I put on makeup, y'all, because I was going to, I've got to submit my assignment today. Today is the 6th, and my assignment is due. You know me, I like to do it early. So, um, let's see what she says. hmm I had a music teacher that was supposed to be doing my evaluation, but she missed it. I've got one, two, three. I have, they want me to rewatch all of these lectures, and I've got one, two, three, four, five, looks like 20 or so. I'm trying to see. Go back to here. So that's basically all there is to do with this one. In my other class, let's see. Go back here. For my leadership course. Okay. Respect for the pains of change. Okay. I've introduced this idea that adaptive changes require change in the form of new learning, new competencies. There's a common belief that people fear change. I will argue that they don't. People love change. I know I do. hmm I surely do. Okay, so listen. Uh, what they fear and resist is loss, and that's the subject we turn to next. Okay, so again, this is my leadership class, and I am to the part where it is identify the work to be done, identifying adaptive challenges. Okay? Okay. Do the glasses. Okay, so let's go for it. Respect the pains of change. Okay? We run into adaptive challenges when our current capacities do not allow us to successfully make good on the key values and aspirations that we have set for ourselves, forcing us to build new capacities and sometimes to reassess our values in order to thrive. Making these needed changes is a real challenge, not only because it demands that we go beyond what we currently know how to do, but because it involves so much uncertainty about whether we can succeed and about what we might lose in the process. You know the adage, people resist change? It's not really true. People love change when they know it's a good thing. People aren't stupid. Nobody gives back a winning lottery ticket. What people resist does not change per se, but the losses that sometimes accompany the change. Kind of like um, the saying, when you move, you lose. You heard of that? When you move, you lose. Okay. And it's kind of true. Every time that you move, you leave something behind. You have to toss something. Um, you have to spend money for stuff that you didn't need before. So that's where that comes from. When you move, you lose. Okay. Um, When change involves real or potential loss, people hold on to what they have and resist change. Leadership then requires a deep respect for the pains of change. You have to understand what you're asking of people when you ask them to change. Often the only way to meet an adaptive challenge is to accept losses as part of the change, often in ways that involve tough choices requiring sacrifice. These are the challenges that I believe call for leadership. I'll give you an example. When we were acquired, I worked at Coopers and Lybrand, right? Coopers and Lybrand was a respected boutique accounting firm, right? And what happened was Price Waterhouse acquired us, okay? Every line of service, auditing, everything. And so we had to go into doing things a whole different way. And it was the same for Price Waterhouse employees too. They had to make room for us. So it's kind of like two families getting married. That's what it's like. So when that happens, you've got two households that are coming together, and both the households have a lot of stuff, and they have their own way of cleaning, they have their own way of cooking, their schedules, all of these kind of things you have to kind of combine and find a happy medium, right? So that's the difference between a merger and an acquisition. Now, when there's an acquisition, it is when a company is completely taking over another company. So the other company is ceasing to exist. So when Price Waterhouse merged with Coopers and Lybrand, we became Price Waterhouse Coopers. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, when our line of service was bought by Mellon Bank, then our line of service ceased to exist. And then Mellon then turned around and sold us to Butt Consultants. So again, our whole line of service totally went away. It ceased to exist, and that was it. So that's the difference between a merger and an acquisition. Both are instances of change. One is more radical than the other. Both requires a lot of compromise. Okay. This goes on to say, often the only way to meet an adaptive challenge is to accept losses as part of the change, often in ways that involve tough choices requiring sacrifice. Okay. These are the challenges that I believe call for leadership. When there are no easy answers, and when capacity building requires sifting through what to conserve and what to give up, and what innovations will enable us to take the best of our history into the future. Okay, so you're going to love this story. Part of the merger that we went through, it required for the infrastructure staff, which I was a part of, to go through everything that we had, like all of our old files, offsite storage, all of these kind of stuff, archived files. Because the one thing about accountants who are really accountants and not just thieves, they keep everything. Even though OSHA requirements says that as far as legal documents, tax documents, you hold on for 10 years. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what this is. Hello?
Hello,
How do you mean attending online? Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull up my calendar. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I went ahead on and took that call and everything. Um, but that was Respect for the Pains of Change, and this is the Harvard Leadership course. And this was a video by Ronald Heifetz, Heifetz. And let me just tell you a little bit about him. Reflection and concept checked. Check. Okay. Reflection and concept. Adaptive challenges. Unbundling technical and adaptive work. Okay. So these are all due today. All right. Wow. I like this. Okay. Ronald Heifetz is a MD. He's a medical doctor, founder, Center for Public Leadership, King Hussein bin Talal, Senior Lecturer in Public Leadership, Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University. Okay, the crises of our time generate enormous adaptive challenges for our families, organizations, communities, and societies. The need for leadership that can mobilize people to meet these challenges and improve life is crucial. In this introductory course, you will explore strategies for leading in a changing world where adaptive pressures will continue to challenge all of us. You will discover new ways to approach complex organizational systems and take thoughtful action on the work we all face ahead. Most importantly, you will reflect on how to move forward on the leadership challenges you care about most. The course is divided into 4 parts. In the introduction, you will explore definitions of leadership and apply a process for how to study it. In sections 1 and 2, you will implement diagnostic methods to better understand work and authority. In section 3, you will consider strategies for taking action. Lastly, in section 4 and the conclusion, you will reflect on your personal strategies for surviving and thriving in a world of change. Okay, so this is what the course is about. This is, again, it's a Harvard leadership course. This course is ran by Ronald Heifetz, medical doctor, founder of the Center for Public Leadership. And I just started this class. I just finished rhetoric. Okay. And so, yeah, the one that I covered, or the section that I covered, hold on, y'all. Okay, so there's some other stuff going on, but I'm not dealing with it, okay? So short-term free response not graded, use yourself as a case, blah blah blah. Okay, so okay. Harvard pursues the science of learning by registering as an online learner. You will also participate in research about learning. Okay. All right then. Okay, you guys. So that was this portion, which was dealing with the challenge of change in leadership. You know, what your employees are feeling, and you know, what I'm taking from this is the most important thing when you're dealing with change is let the people know how this is what they're going to gain from the change, that they are not going to lose anything worth having. This is going to improve their situation, um, and be of a great benefit, and that's what you want to focus on. That's what I took from it. What did you take from it? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.